We are preparing to leave Fair Island. We're going to do an overnight sail to the Shetland Islands, and just got the boat all ready to push off from the harbor. We're going to sail overnight, and we'll get there probably around 9 in the morning. I went ahead and set up the whisker pole before I left the dock because I think we're going to be going dead downwind. One less thing to do when we're out there. We just cleared the harbor. There's been 35 knots of wind all day, and it just cleared up, so it's put up a lot of leftover swell action. Very rolly start. And then we're still kind of in the wind side of the island. The wind's going to probably pick up to around 20 knots, dying off to maybe 15 to a little later tonight. One of the wind has died, and we have the leftover swell from 35 knots of wind earlier today. It's a little bit uncomfortable. The wind should pick up in a few hours, but in the meantime, we drift. Holly made some noodles. The sun just came up and there's a little bit of wind now. It's pretty inconsistent, but put the sails up. I'm gonna try to make some progress out of it. Got some wind. There's the Shetland Islands. And then there's the ferry. Way back there. What are we trying to catch today, Holly?
I want a cod. And then make ceviche.
Ceviche. Is it planing underneath? So then you just give it a yank. There, and it goes underneath. Oh, then went back up. There, and it goes under.
The right weight.
Oh, I think it's the meat you put on there. I think it doesn't like that.
I like that.
Alright, we're coming into the harbor. See the town over there? It looks like the water is on fire. You get it, fire boat. Put that water out. Are the ships in here? So here we are at the marina in Shetland. I don't think they were really expecting visitors, but the guy was pretty friendly since I came from all the way over from America. So let me stay here. It's time for a celebratory omelet. So we might get to go for a sail on this kind of traditional square sailboat. It's told to meet here around 2. We'll see if anyone shows up. So this boat here is called a six-serene, and some of the local guys were nice enough to take me out sailing on it.
They're a rolling hitch.
It's an interesting rig. Every time you do a tack, you have to put the sail down, move it to the other side, and then raise it back up again. Pretty fun sailing conditions, although everybody gets pretty wet. Mad respect for the fishermen that used to sail these boats out for a living for days at a time.
Here we're putting a reef in the kind of top outboard corner of the sail, and that will make it a little more balanced going downwind.
Get everybody go on the oars, eh?
Yep.
That be all right?
That's a good. Oh, and no. Did you see his back with? But I mean, on his back as well. You got a wheel.
Dude, I've never seen them like
Yeah, me
that.
too. Coming so cool like that. So cool.
Last night I didn't sleep so well on the boat. Around 2 a.m. I woke up with I don't know, maybe 30 knots of wind. Today is supposed to get the 60 knots of wind. You can see the boats are rocking. Fortunately, I think I'm kind of protected being on the end here because it's blowing me away from the dock, and these bigger boats kind of block some of the wind, but we're definitely kind of listing a little bit from the wind, and it's only going to get worse until about 2 p.m. today, and then it should improve. But actually, following this low pressure system, we're going to have a nice forecast for, I don't know, like the rest of the 4 or 5 day. It's going to be pretty lighter wind, so that should be a great window for sailing over to Norway.
I met some new friends here in Shetland, and then we drove out to check on their boat, and the wind was blowing it pretty good. I think we measured like 50 knots with their wind instrument, and then we went and explored this old abandoned croft. Pretty neat. And then we drove out to the coast to get a look at the windward side of the island, see how big the waves were. I'm really glad I wasn't out sailing in this. And I found this old water mill.
And you can see, I think it's
See how it works, and then there's the water paddle in there. And the waves are just getting really big, especially like at this point out here. It was probably like 60 or 70 knots of wind.
I think these are my favorite candy in Scotland. They're like kind of chewy wafers with caramel, and this one's got coconut on it. Very good. The previous battery monitor has stopped working, so I got a new one. I'm not sure which part broke. We'll just try replacing the parts one at a time and see what works. Well, no dice there. I guess that means we can keep the old battery monitor and just replace the shunt. So I think we'll replace this shunt here. Pull the old one off. So actually, yeah, this looks like the problem. We'll just swap this out for a new one.
All right, we are back in action and getting some amps. Not much.
Well, there is some sun. I'm not sure why we're not getting more charge actually. Also, my charge controller has gone on the fritz too. I'm also downloading my charge to my second device. So we're gonna get a whole North Sea all the way down to like the south of Norway. And there, looks like it's about finished. Maybe I better go ahead and download these ones too, just to have that in advance. That way if I lose my current phone, which I'm filming on, I'll have a backup of my charts. The screws I put in here were not very strong, and then this got knocked off in my last passage. So we're just remounting that. I think it goes right here. Thanks for watching. Hope you'll tune in next time where we figure out if crossing the North Sea over to Norway in October is as scary as everyone says it's going to be. I'll see you guys then.